Chubb is the first Brown to rush for 1,000 yards in consecutive seasons since Jamal Lewis in 2007 and 8.
I'm surprised he did it. I don't remember him being that great.
Who?
Jamal
Lewis?
Lewis? For the Browns, anyway.
Yeah, he was at the tail end of his career when he came to Cleveland, but he was 28 his first season with us. He ran for 1,300. He ran for 1,002 his second season. He averaged an Eddie George 3.6. Following year was about the same, but I think he was injured and he was done by then. He was good in 2007, though. I remember when we got him, he was a big part of why we were doing so well.
The Red Sox are trying for their second straight victory.
The Eric Mangini.
Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper with former 20-game winner Mike Krukow for EA Sports MVP Baseball.
Great dog.
Taking the mound to start the game, Jake Westbrook.
The leading rusher in 2009, Jerome Harrison with 862 yards.
That features the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles.
Derek Anderson was garbage that year. 3 TDs, 10 picks. That's back when the Browns were like, it's been 17 quarters since we scored an offensive touchdown. I remember that streak for a while.
Misses outside. It's going to be in the 60s. No need for sunscreen.
Not a good streak.
Fastball right down the pipe. That's a strike.
He's logged 182 innings this season, and batters have had good success against him with an average of 286. Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
He gets the base on balls.
Oh, it's too bad he walks this guy. I mean, he just lets him get away.
Next at the plate, David Ortiz. There aren't too many left-handed hitters who enjoy the type of success. There goes the runner. And he's safe just ahead of the throw.
That's what happens when you let a base runner take a big lead. That was no contest. Easy bag.
Yeah, in 2009 we went 10 quarters without scoring an offensive touchdown at the beginning of the year.
Westbrook deals strike 2 call.
He averages about 6 strikeouts per 9 innings, a respectable number.
Out number 1. Next up, Miguel Cabrera. There's strike 1.
He's registered 9 wins.
Remember, the only Browns practice I went to was in 2009, and I remember they were doing a scrimmage where Derek Anderson had one part of the offense and Brady Quinn had the other. They were playing against each other, and it was just pouring rain. Good times.
Brandon Whedon's 37.
Yeah, he was drafted at like 28, and that was 8 years ago.
Up next, Lance Berkman. Fastball up in the zone for a strike.
The key to winning a game is getting hits with runners in scoring position. Let's see what this guy can do out here with a runner on second base.
A 3-pitch strikeout.
2012 Browns were an interesting squad.
Stepping in, Manny Ramirez. One word describes this right-handed hitter. Consistent. There's
Wow,
a
dog.
low strike in the zone.
What? Dog, Derek is still racing and streaming. Derek Justice at 1:40 Eastern Time.
Derek Jeter?
Yes.
3 pitches, 3 strikes. Here's the manager's lineup. Today's starter for the visiting team, Oliver Perez. Now for a look at the defense. The next batter is Miguel Tajada. Strike with a fastball.
He's pitched 208 innings this season, and against him, hitters are hitting a respectable average of 246.
There's strike two.
He showed excellent command of a slider there, a strike right on the edge of the zone.
I forgot last year in the game we played against the Cardinals that Kenyon Drake had 4 rushing touchdowns.
He poured that fastball just out of the
He
zone.
kicked
Tough
ass
pitch
at
to
the
hit.
end of the
Batter
year.
didn't offer.
Yeah.
He made a real good pitch for strike three.
At the Arizona and Cincinnati game.
Never looks back.
Arizona, Baltimore, and Cincinnati last year were like 3 of the worst Browns games I've ever seen. Just
On the ground.
flopped around.
On a roll.
Thank you, Bill Plaschke.
This left-handed hitter
Because the Rams need to stick with John Wolford in the playoffs.
Around the horn.
solid in the batter's
Love that show. 23.5-hour break.
I don't understand that show at all, but I do like the people on it.
The scoring
much
is
just-
just whatever he wants.
Arbitrary.
with a one.
It just adds entertainment value. Otherwise, it'd just be another show with 4 people standing around talking.
Show there's words that you can't say on that show, like buzzwords that like elite, you can't say elite, and some other stuff.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a
What do you
list
say
of.
instead. Very good.
I looked it up once. My brother was telling me about it.
Strike called at the knees.
He's got a handful of pitches.
Banned words are buzzwords used to fill empty space, are so used and abused they've lost their original meaning.
Playing a very tough That's what a tough
Some of the examples of these words are narrative, problematic, elite, and optics. If someone says a banned word, their microphone is muted. Over the course of the show,
That was a
there have been several rule changes. Around the Horn now penalizes panelists who have been muted with a 1-point deduction.
Pitch. Pitchers ahead, 1 and 2.
Is Woody still on that show?
I think so. He's like not really coherent though.
Out of the zone, that's a ball.
Sometimes you try to make a hitter chase your pitch. That's just what you saw with that sinker.
He makes the play.
Oh, basis you'll talk about. Starting Wolford against the Seahawks.
This guy isn't going to raise any eyebrows with his average. On the ground. Westbrook retires the side in order. Heading
If
into
Goff
the
is
bottom of
healthy,
the
why would
second,
you
the
start
score
anybody
is
else?
1-0.
Did you watch the Rams today? That offense looks so much better with Wolford in it.
Yeah, but it's one game.
And
1 the count.
He's tallied
Goff's a good
16
quarterback.
wins and 6 losses so far.
0-2 count.
I accidentally just typed in Jared Goof.
Switches for a ball.
This guy's a stud, Kite. He expects to be on that
Anyway.
mound all the way to the 9th inning.
Nah, Jared Goff's been like pretty shitty the second half of the season.
2-ball, 2-strike count.
You know what happens though. You put in a quarterback that's a backup and has never played. He'll look good, and then he'll just fall apart first
Hit the
game.
other
Look at-
way to the right
Look at some
side.
tape on him. It'll be
The play.
all she wrote. Let's look at
Already had
Jared
tape
Goff X-Gen stats. Take a look at his old passing chart.
The pitch.
Passing. Passing.
Berkman is made!
Jesus Christ.
Great defense.
I just lost like a month off my life.
And I don't apologize for that.
Didn't even know you were streaming. Otherwise, I would have expected the screaming.
That will fall in for a base hit. He makes the play. With 2 innings played,
I didn't realize you were
the
streaming
Orioles
either.
trail by 1 run.
I'm not streaming, I'm screaming.
Steps in
Oh,
the
Jared Goff is average.
Jared Goof.
Yeah, Jared Goof is average, throwing behind line of scrimmage and to the right. Throwing over the middle and to the left, he is above average, and deep left, he's above average, but deep center and deep right down the field, he is extremely far below average.
Who scored your run, Tony?
Robot Francona.
Yes,
I will
Francona
say-
came up the bat.
I was very impressed with John Wolford's deep ball.
He bobbled it. Got him for the out.
Dirksen scored. He got a walk, stole second.
Dog, minus his first like 4 throws, everything else is pretty rock solid, dog, and he can actually run. Unlike Goff.
What did his stat line end up being?
Luke off
Ask this guy. He'll tell you that he likes batting left.
for Wolford.
It's okay, I can look it up, dog. Because he didn't complete like his first 4 passes.
The pitch is hit to center field.
Let's see.
They don't have it on.
Up next.
0 touchdowns, a pick, 231 yards,
Yeah, but this
completion
pick,
percentage of 57.
his pick was in the first 4 passes, so it doesn't count.
22 for 38.
Ooh, see, that's not even that good. That's like 63% if you don't
What
count
was
the
the
first
stats on
4
the ground?
passes.
He ran for 60 yards.
That's good.
You up? The bottom of the order. Up the middle.
You know what's cool?
He reaches with a leadoff single.
Hey, great hitters have a knack for finding holes and getting base hits.
Baker Mayfield finished with a third of the interceptions he had last year.
He did really good.
And he pushes that.
He didn't throw as much.
And
Seemed to help.
Better.
Um,
And having a non-stupid fat play caller.
that's going to Bob Evans instead of Denny's for your play call menu.
They weren't eating
Halfback
goddamn
pass.
snacks. They
Wide
were
receiver
eating.
reverse pass.
God,
Imagine if you had hired Mike
Hey, now-
McCarthy.
Jarvis Landry did have a rushing touchdown today. We did break out a little Freddie Kitchens playbook action.
Hey, it's David.
It works when you do it like once or twice a game, not when you do it every play in a driving rainstorm against the Patriots. Bill Belichick will laugh at you as he spits on your corpse.
2 out.
You dumb son of a bitch.
In, Miguel Tajada.
he would just stare at you.
Good play, Mike Lowell.
Perez misses 1-0.
This might be Mike Lowell's last year in
He's an
Boston.
impressive 237.
In Baston.
That's a
Yeah, Tony, where's your Boston accent?
Nobody has accents anymore. Not people.
He
my
left it
age.
on the he left it on the flight to Alaska.
Manny is Berkman me!
Oh! Oh! What a catch!
Ramirez is Maze.
Where's Mickey?
This game is brought to you by EA Sports. EA Sports is in
Ryan
the
Doucette
game.
has an accent.
This guy is great at getting the bat on the ball.
Sean Case has an act.
Sean Case isn't from... Is Sean Case from Boston, Tony? I thought he was from, like,
There's a line.
New York.
I don't know where he's from.
Do you remember Sean Case's accent?
The one.
The
Like,
next
he has
batter is Lance
probably the
Berkman.
thickest accent I've heard.
Dog, Bobby Farrell's is very thick also. He's from Jersey. Dog does not have an accent, even though he's from the South.
He's got to be more selective of
No
pitches.
accents.
Doug, have you ever looked at the NFL Next Gen website?
Oh.
Pretty cool. Check it out.
Is it like, Christian McCaffrey had a 14% chance of scoring on this run?
Something like that. Like they have like quarterback stats where it breaks down and shows you every throw, where it went on the field, what it resulted in, and for running backs they have like a chart that has like a map of every rushing attempt they had and where it went.
Good hard sinker right there. Trying
Okay, I might have to look that up.
It's nextgenstats.com
Yes.
without the screaming. Oh, it's out of here.
3,000!
Dang, that was ripped.
And he said, I'm gonna do it all.
That was a shot.
Is he on steroids at this point?
Oh, he's hooked on steroids. I think he's already got more career hits than he did in real life.
I'm going to bed. Everybody have a great night.
Good night, dog.
Wish
Great
me
night,
luck on
dog.
my first day back to work in 2 weeks.
Good luck, dog. Don't quit.
Good luck, JB.
Please don't quit.
Good golf comeback. And victory in football.
We're gonna go get that victory tomorrow at Cedar Lake.
Good luck at Cedar Lake, sir.
He swiped 6 bases.
You know, Nick Chubb only had one rush today that resulted in a loss.
Pitch misses.
Pretty good day.
It's funny, like when you go to the charts and it has like whatever runs the guy made,
Runs full.
Yeah.
and I'm looking at like, oh, LaVisca Chenault Jr., Naeem Hines, and I get down to Derrick Henry, and it's just a bunch of lines.
Yes, because he has 600 carries. He had 34 rushes today. Holy shit, looks like spaghetti noodles.
Taken for a ball.
This guy's a prime candidate trying to swipe a bag right here.
1-1 the count. The delivery.
Oh, they got receivers in here too.
Mm-hmm.
The side is retired. The home team coming up next. After 3.5, the score is 2-0. Next
Tony, can you guess what the top speed any player in the or any ball carrier in the NFL had this week?
He sends this pitch towards second base.
What are, like, miles an hour?
Yes.
20.6.
By who? Give you a hint, it was a very fast running back that had 250 yards today.
Derrick
No one on
Henry.
and 1 out.
No.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. Good guess.
You see who has the fastest of the season? The 2 fastest of the season?
Wow. I didn't know he was that fast.
What's the speed?
22.05 for Jonathan Taylor today, and that is the 4th fastest overall this season. But a 49ers player had the 2 fastest overall of the season at 23.0 and 22.7.
Raheem Mostert.
I did not know he was that fast.
Wow, did you know that Darius Leonard sacked Mike Glennon today in 2 seconds?
Wow.
I mean, that's the fastest of the season, dog. I'm gonna need to look up this play. I'm all about sacks.
And that's him getting to the ground. That's not him just getting to it.
For comparison, Tony, Tyreek Hill had a top speed on a ball carrying play this year of 21.9 miles an hour. So does that mean Raheem Mostert, Kenyon Drake, and Jonathan Taylor are all faster than Tyreek Hill?
That's very
Is Tyreek Hill getting old?
Baltimore trails
He
by
must be getting old.
Lowell is next.
What?
Maybe they had
They're
a
not-
headwind.
Matt Breida was the fastest ball carrier in the NFL last year?
Matt Breida's fast as hell.
Is he?
Yes. Him and Mostert are like the same player.
Oh, I didn't know either of them were that fast. I don't play Madden anymore and look at the ratings. Matt Breida was fastest in 2018 also.
Longest tackles? What does that mean?
Longest time drugged by a defender.
Oh,
Offender.
longest tackles measures the actual distance in yards a defender covered on a play to make a tackle. And number 1 stunner is DK Metcalf. Dude ran down the whole field.
Leonard Fournette was the top 2 fastest in 2017.
He went around, Kai, but the ump felt he did.
Remarkable rushes? What does that mean?
Fastball is in.
Oh, the fastest anyone's ever gotten on this thing was, or fastest any ball carrier's gotten is Tyreek Hill in 2016, 23.2 miles an hour, on a kickoff return nullified by a penalty.
Oh.
They actually had the top 2.
At least
Mike
they keep track of
Wallace.
that.
Yeah.
Just a bit inside.
His longest play is like the most one guy ran on one play, whether offense or defense, or just ball carriers. Oh, okay, ball carriers that travel the furthest in a given play.
Up next, David Ortiz.
Oh shit, dog. Go to live and look at the Eagles game tonight. They like break down the drive by play. there a way to look at games that aren't live? Like previous games?
Oh yeah.
He leaps and makes the catch for the out.
Okay, this dude needs to keep his head up. This hasn't been his best game, but he'll live to play another day.
They got that one base hit, but they couldn't turn it into a run.
Yes, YouTube, I'm still listening. Thank you.
I hate when it does that. Because you might be in the middle of something where you can't get to YouTube.
First pitch.
All you have is just silence.
You're like, is the playlist over? Is my internet gone out? No, it's YouTube being stupid.
Breaking ball.
Are you still here?
Yes. Why would it even
No!
stop it in the first place? Like, just let it run, even if you're not here.
Fastball outside.
I wish I could click like
3-2.
older games to look at the drive thing on.
He goes down looking.
I'd really like to go back and look at
Makes great pitches, however, comes all the way back and gets the strike.
Browns game today.
Okay.
Turns on it and hits it on a line.
I'm a little bit surprised at the top 10 improbable completions this year. The most improbable completion this year had only a 6.2% completion probability
Batter could not lay
from
the corner
Joe
strike.
Flacco to Jamison Crowder.
Wow.
Gathers
Then
it.
Russell Wilson to David Moore, Kyler Murray to DeAndre Hopkins, Ryan Fitzpatrick to Mac
The
Hollins,
score is 2-0.
Mike Glennon to DJ Chark, Aaron Rodgers to MVS, Derek Carr to Zay Jones, Ben Roethlisberger to Chase Claypool, Teddy Bridgewater to DJ Moore, and Joe Burrow to AJ Green.
Here's the pitch.
Was the DJ Moore play
And it's
today?
one ball and one strike.
No, it's 2 weeks ago.
And a strike on a changeup.
The Mason Rudolph to Deontay Johnson today was 13th on the list.
I saw that. That was a great
There's
catch.
only a 14.9 completion probability.
Baker Mayfield had more rushing yards than Kareem Hunt today.
Wow.
Nick Chubb only had 14 carries. Why?
Jamal
Dang.
Charles treatment.
We're resting him for the playoffs next week.
Stepping in, lands
Could
30
Burton.
carries.
That's a good
Calling
idea.
it. I mean, what else are we gonna do?
No out.
Bomb it? Hell no.
Okay, the base runner's going to be going home when a ball hit the left field.
The lowest completion probability since 2017 was Roethlisberger to AB, 3.5%.
Wow.
The other ones on this are kind of funny too. Derek Carr, Sam Bradford, Brian Hoyer, Tom Savage, Josh McCown, Brian Hoyer, Blake Bortles.
Batter is Manny Ramirez.
Damn. Carson Wentz tied for the league lead in interceptions this
He puts
season.
him on intentionally.
They're obviously afraid of his big bat. so
Drew
they're
Lock
going for it.
was the only other one who threw 15.
It's so weird that 15 led the lead. That's so little.
Well, because Jameis Winston had like 10 snaps all season. But that does seem pretty low. There really was not a lot of interceptions this season. There wasn't a lot of defense this season.
It's weird
No.
because Howard has 10 from the Dolphins. Like, how did he do that?
By picking off
Have activated the bullpen.
everybody.
He gives up everything to
Yeah,
get that
but
ball and
the
makes
next guy's probably got like 5 or 6.
Next gen stats. Rushing. We're seeing. Can we have defensive
Out of the
stats?
zone, that's the
Oh,
ball.
okay.
He might be the last guy in NFL history to get 10.
Runners on first and second, 2 out.
Unless they change the
He's
rules to
batting
make it harder for
277.
quarterbacks,
Nine
which I don't think
long
they'll
balls,
ever
64
do.
runs batted in. Mahomes sends it out to shallow center. He's on his way to the plate. A run scores. That's an RBI single. Next at the plate, Mike Lowe.
Wow.
He goes to second.
Brianne Body Calhoun had a sack
Yeah.
last year in 1.47 seconds.
Ball high.
Seems awfully fast.
What
Seems
about-
like all the
what
seems like all the guys at the fastest sacks are just like unblocked DBs on a blitz.
He hits it over
What about
towards
the
second.
play where Kelsey gave
Third
up?
out, we go to the bottom of the
Oh
inning.
yeah.
Going into the
Who was-
bottom of the
oh, wait.
sixth, the Orioles trail
Who was
by
that?
3 runs.
That's not on here because I don't think that guy actually sacked Nate Sudfeld.
That one's driven way back and gone.
I think Nate Sudfeld tried to escape through the pocket and got sacked. So, oh no. It's gone! Not good!
Man, he can't.
Oh.
That.
Dog, look at the quarterback grid and like look at all the different quarterbacks this season. Look at how bad Carson Wentz was. And like how bad, like even Alex Smith was pretty bad.
It's so weird because Alex Smith statistically wasn't good, but when he was on the field, they just won. It's like the
Ooh.
Garoppolo effect.
Well, the Chiefs had a really good team around him, and he was a lot more of a game manager than a. Oh man.
Look
Yeah.
at look at Rivers.
Very average. That's what yellow
Yes.
means.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yellow
Look
is
at Tri-
average, green's above average, and red is below average.
Look at Trubisky. Like he's like the
Don't
best
throw deep.
quarterback. He's like the best quarterback on the planet up until like 10 yards from the line of
So
scrimmage.
his short accuracy is like 99, his mid accuracy is like 70, and his deep accuracy is like 6.
This is awesome.
Next up,
And then if you click on them, they'll break it down by game too.
I don't think I need to get that in depth at 1:03 a.m.
Yeah, you do, dog.
Yeah,
Gotta analyze Mitchell
getting phone
Trubisky.
calls.
Dang! Look, Kyler Murray.
out of the zone.
Kyler Murray was good this year, dog.
Kyler Murray threw like the best deep ball in the league.
That would
Oh.
be Josh Allen.
One on a line.
No, yeah, I think you're right about that.
Daniel Jones, though, dog. Look at Daniel Jones. Holy shit. Just bomb it every play with Daniel Jones.
Where's
Terrible
that?
everywhere but deep.
No, if it- oh yeah. Well, it's because he's got Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton, and they're always wide open.
Oh, Ortiz. Oh.
He also has Evan
He's on first with a base hit.
He also has Evan Engram that drops everything
Yeah.
and is somehow a Pro Bowler over Robert Tunyon.
Oh my god, dog. Look at Dwayne Haskins. Look at Dwayne Haskins deep.
I know.
4-0, 3.1.
It's awful.
He delivers.
Cam Newton was.
To shallow left.
I didn't know Jameis. Oh, this is from last year.
He's aboard with a one-out single.
Wow. Jameis to the left side and deep had a 40. This is passer rating, right? Had a
Yeah.
45 passer rating. To the middle and deep had a 93 passer rating, and to the right side and deep had a 116 passer rating.
0-1.
I want to see like passer rating for each quarterback based on who they're targeting.
Around third. And a run scores.
Yeah,
An RBI
it's a good one.
God, look at David Blau.
I was just looking at that one from last year. That is awful.
For what, when he throws the dump off?
Yeah, when he throws anything within 20 yards,
Look at Tannehill, though, dude. Holy shit.
I
That's
know.
a lot of green.
he lit it up.
Rogers, too.
Stafford was pretty green.
Not Dwayne Haskins. Ooh, Andy
Uh,
Dalton. Look at Baker. Ooh,
Eh.
ugly.
Rodgers is like the best all time up the middle.
Look at
Really
Mahomes in
undersized.
2018.
2 out.
Wow.
That one will go down as a fielder's choice.
Ooh, Case Keenum.
Oh, he makes a heads-up play here to get that runner heading into third.
Look at Mason Rudolph. He's not really that bad even.
No.
Ooh, yeah, Case Keenum's rough. Already back 2018 now. Oh, Mahomes in his rookie year.
Yes, where he started one game.
He delivers.
Trubisky in his best year, 2018.
Forgot Brock Osweiler even played a snap with the Dolphins.
Look at Josh Rosen, just throw it up the middle on every play.
Just
Where's he at?
Next to Trubisky
Oh,
and
yeah. Oh, damn. Ketchup and mustard there.
yes. Wow. Look at Wentz. That is,
Hit to the right side.
That was one of the years he was supposedly really good, Tony.
What year?
no,
2018.
look at his stats, though.
His stats are good. It's just he was very, very bad in certain areas of the field.
It's like a complete split, though. He's like super good to the left side and deep, and terrible anywhere else deep.
Yeah, but like, look at the right side. It's like 123, 120.
Like, those are elite quarterback numbers.
Yeah, I wish like maybe they would have like their stats. Like, maybe they just didn't throw that much that way, and he got picked.
Yeah. Look at Brady. He's like completely average. Why do they have Rodgers on here twice for 2018?
2018 is not a good year to pick from.
With this guy hitting kite, the infielders should be on their toes. This guy's got some great wheels.
Carson Palmer played football in 2017.
He reaches with a one-out single.
Jeff Driscoll. Ugly. Man, Matt Ryan lit it up in 2018.
Jesus Christ, dog! Look at Deshaun Kaiser in 2017. Holy shit! Told you he's the worst quarterback I've ever seen.
Is that when he was on the Packers?
No, it's with the Browns when he started like almost every game.
Oh man,
He got lit up every week.
Dang! Look at that deep ball.
Ball.
Just keep it in the middle of the field.
Oh, middle of the field for what? 21?
He steals second.
I'm gonna have to click on it. Oh no, I'm right.
Uh oh.
I clicked on Deshaun Kaiser and it took me to Cam Newton.
That was a perfect pitch, partner. Right on the edge.
Oh, here's Cap.
Swung right through it.
Was 16 his last year? Was 16 his last year in the league?
Who?
Kaepernick.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't terrible. Very average.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Yeah, just not. He's not that good.
Dang, I forgot Goff sucked the first year. Were they still in were they still in St. Louis that year?
No, that was Jeff Fisher's first year. I think. Or was that
That was the last year.
No.
16?
No, that was 15. Because Fisher was with them in LA the first year, and he got fired halfway through, and then that's when they drafted Goff, I think. Right? No, yeah, Goff was picked in 16, so that would have been Jeff Fisher.
Yeah. Because everyone thought that Goff sucked, and then it was like, oh, never mind, Jeff Fisher sucks.
Hey, if you want to win 8 games, Jeff Fisher's your man.
Dang, Mariota was elite 2016.
That's as far back as it goes. Oh my god, look at Matt Ryan in 2016.
I don't see him.
He's the very last one at the very bottom.
The ball is hit the other way to the right side. That'll do it for the
Let's refresh.
in the 7th. Hey partner, it's time now for the 7th inning stretch. Didn't you sing recently at Wrigley Field?
Oh, I sure did. When I was in the league, I could pitch it for
Fitzpatrick was pretty bad with the Jets. Dak was pretty good.
Yeah, Dak's always good.
Oh.
Ooh, Brian Hoyer. Not good at all with Patriots. Oh, there's Matt Ryan. Oh, Matt Ryan. That's a good season.
That's why they almost won the Super Bowl.
I want to look at Breeze. It's like, I would guess that it's not very good downfield. Like more than 10 yards.
Do a player search up top if you only want to see one guy show up.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing.
It also brings up every game too, so you can narrow it down further. Yeah, Breeze this year, I don't know. He just doesn't have a deep ball. Apparently there's a lot of expectation within the industry. He's going to retire and I guess go broadcasting with NBC.
I didn't understand that tweet from today, and it was like,
Oh.
it was ESPN's tweet, it was like, oh no.
Oh no!
Oh, that was not even a hittable pitch. It was not even in the strike zone, I don't think.
Well, I've never allowed 2 home runs to a guy named Orville. Where's that in the Noor list of baseball crazy stats?
Want a piece
That
of
is
me?
like
You got it.
advanced next-gen stats. The technology isn't there yet.
The last player named Orville was in 1898.
Bringing
He
in the
became
righty
a
right here is a
popcorn
good move
guru.
because right-handed hitters can have trouble picking up his breaking pitches.
How do you spell Orville?
Orval.
Oh, AL. I was spelling like Orville, like a city. That would be 1949. Orville Grove.
Really?
Oh my God, there's a guy
Yeah.
named Orville Overall. Yes.
There's a line drive.
He's 18 and 23 his rookie season with a 2.80 ERA. Maybe he didn't win the Cy Young.
No doubt that ball's head for extra
No, Cy Young was still playing.
Solid AB.
Actually, dude, look at his ERA though. Like 1.8, 1.6, 0.9, 1.4. Career 2.26. But that was like the dead ball era. Or like, not the Babe Ruth era.
Babe Ruth was playing.
In 1910?
Next at the plate, Miguel Tajada.
Was a little bit early for him.
Great against right-handed pitching.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed that John Wolford didn't suck just enough for Blake Bortles to get in the game.
Oh man.
And here's the delivery.
If Goff's out next week, I think you gotta take a good look at Bortles. Because Wolford just...
He wins games, that's a big QB stat.
God, okay, me and Spears had a whole debate about this. He's like, oh, I really hope the Chiefs can get Chad Henne a win. And I'm like, dude, quarterback wins are so stupid. And he's like, I don't get your hatred for the quarterback win-loss. And I'm like, look, man, or there's a bunch of other shit that's happening. And
Um,
I don't know. Well, he made a good point that, like, for a quarterback, you know, like, some quarterbacks it only tells like 10% of the story, and others it doesn't, because some quarterbacks impact the game more.
Peyton Manning's the whole team.
Right, yeah, that's definitely a valid stat. But like
Rodgers is the
Ryan
whole
Tannehill,
team.
yeah. I guess my hatred more lies just with the emphasis on it. Like, it shouldn't be a part of, like, oh, this quarterback comes in and they immediately show you his win-loss. Like, oh, Justin Fields is 19-1 at Ohio State. Like, okay,
Well, they were showing Cam Newton's morning routine last week.
that's more interesting.
The pitch.
What do you do when you get up in the morning, Cam? I go for some Oikos yogurt with extra protein. You know you're not endorsed by them anymore. Yeah, I know, but I really like the yogurt.
That's the best advertising. When you're not even paid by the company and you're like, I like this shit.
Like Peyton Manning after the Super Bowl. I'm gonna drink a lot of Budweiser after tonight.
The score
Great
is
pitch.
Yeah, I needed that.
That might be the best pitch I've ever seen on MVP baseball.
Get out of here.
That one pitch.
Okay.
I don't know, do you have next-gen stats on that pitch? Sabermetrics?
Yeah, it's been hit for like 18 home runs this year.
It passed the eye test.
God, the eye, I don't even... Maybe he's blind.
Here comes the first pitch.
Ray Charles can spot talent better.
Derek Justice just started another race. Who is racing at 2:15 Eastern Time?
Derek Justice.
Yeah, but like these are full splits and they're
What
This is-
series is he running in?
B-Fix.
Oh, it's B-Fix. There's always shit in B-Fix. You can run B-Fix, C-Fix at 4 in the morning. There's going to be people in it.
It's still a 3,000 strength of field.
Fouled back off the
I don't know, man.
And the last one was C-Fix, and that was like 3,500, which I understand because C-Fix is very popular, even with non-Americans,
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch.
un-Americans.
Saw right there.
Hit to center field. Good start to the inning. A leadoff single.
Bringing in the lefties here is a good move because the left-handed hitter...
Oh, damn. Eckler had 7 carries for 18 yards. Justin Jackson had 9 carries for 72. Where was this production 2 weeks ago, damn it?
Brutal.
Adrian Peterson scored a touchdown.
Kai, this is an ideal bunting situation. The defense needs to be prepared.
Where's my Jonathan Taylor production from this week during the middle of the season when I was losing every week because he did nothing?
That's what happens when you let
Thank
a
you,
base runner
dog.
take a big lead. That was no
Yes,
contest.
on behalf of
Easy
Zach and myself, who both suffered through the mid-season of Jonathan Taylor.
What do you finish with?
Naheem Hines,
He swiped one base.
Jordan Wilkins.
Jordan Wilkins, Trey Burton, Mo Alley Cox.
Jonathan Taylor finished with 1,169 yards, third in the NFL.
Hey, Kai,
Holy shit,
Because of
dude.
that one
Wow.
game.
Oh, no, good striking.
He probably wasn't in the
Well-
top 5 going into today.
Next up, Mike Lowe.
No, he probably wasn't top 5, but I bet you he was up there.
They got no part of him.
They decided
That's
to
what
pitch
Brad's
around him,
saying.
and I wonder if that's going to come back to haunt him.
Yeah. What did David Montgomery finish with?
Single already. Jason
1,070.
He had a very good end of the year.
That man went ham second half of the season. He was like, I'm free from the Boston Flamethrowers.
liner.
I thought his knee was gone when he...
Oh, no, send him. Oh,
One
come
out,
on.
one out, one out, one out.
Yeah, but now it sets up the double play.
That was tough.
I thought his knee was shredded when he came out of the game today,
They pulled the infield in.
but it was all okay.
Look for the base runner to challenge on a ball hit to left field. His arm is not that strong.
It's gonna be
Internet
interesting.
really sucks late at night to do maintenance on it. Sorry, dog, you were saying?
Oh,
That's not going to be deep enough.
so it's gonna be very interesting to see if Mike Evans plays next week.
Oh my god, you're sending him. Oh, he made it!
Deep enough for Tony.
That was deep
Yeah, that's
enough.
better. Anytime you can drive it or run, you
I didn't know who was on third.
Bradica.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I
Yeah,
get confused with the
Bradica.
faces. It's like, is that Ortiz or Dirksen?
Then him, he's already out of breath by the time he walks off the bag. I can't do it. Ortiz is running off the base path halfway down the line. He's going for some oxygen in the dugout.
Oh!
Drive it the other
Oh
way.
shit!
Rolling!
Send him!
Triangle
Send
that
them all!
doesn't exist.
Send them all! Go for 3! Triple!
Season alive!
That'll be a
Yeah.
base hit.
Hey, not only did he get himself 2 RBIs
That was
on that
huge.
double,
I'm so happy
he put
to have
himself
him
in great
back.
position to score if somebody else can get it.
Ortiz! David Arias.
Stepping
That's probably my
in.
favorite YouTube series, and I like that we all watched it too, was The Mariners. Didn't even call it like what it was called, we just called it The Mariners.
Decided to pitch around him, and I wonder if that's going to come back to haunt him.
I hope they do another series like that on some other sports team.
They'll use a pinch hitter.
It's Johnny Benson's brother Pete.
He fouled it off to the right. The 0-2. Ground ball. He came up with it. Moves it to the pitcher at first. Going into the bottom of the 8th, the score is 7-4. Coming up, the heart of the order. They'll change players here.
The Bengals usually avoid buyouts, but there's a sense in league circles that coach Zach Taylor isn't entirely safe.
It's hit out towards short.
The Bengals get rid of Zach Taylor, I just hope they bring in somebody that can work with Joe Burrow. Like, fuck the Bengals, I hope they go 0-16 because they're in our division, but from a non-biased standpoint, I'd like to see somebody come in and help develop Burrow further because I think he's going to be really good.
I think Marvin Lewis is a good choice.
Oh, see, you sorry sack of shit, you come crawling back to me.
They can never fire him after that.
Marvin Lewis to take 50% ownership stake in the Bengals. There's talk he's going to get some interviews, and I hope he does, because I think, despite his struggles in the playoffs, he's a better coach than people give him credit for.
Playoffs?
Playoffs? Montez Burfict said, the hell with the playoffs. Oh, I hate hits there.
He's on his way to second.
Used to shift a lot.
Two-base hit.
I don't shift.
Well, that's a great
Yeah, I have auto shift turned on in the show. It's like I want to shift, but I don't care to like shift it manually.
It does
And
auto. I want to keep the game as simple as possible.
Yeah.
Just that way you can enjoy it and not worry about all the extra shit.
And they hit one screaming down the line with your left fielder playing in right field, and you're like, oh no.
Didn't need to shift for that.
Oh. Got a game again. He's full time. What's he pitching on? 10 minutes rest? 20 minutes rest?
I feel like he's pitched like 8 games in a row. Because he was almost last in the league in saves a month and a half ago. Now he's in the top 8.
There's me an article in the Boston Herald in the offseason. Folk says, my elbow was numb for all of September.
Hope he doesn't retire.
We're going to talk about Keith Folk retiring.
In real life, I think he retired by now.
Indians, and he came back and pitched 2 years. Somebody, I think. Yeah, he came back. He retired like in February of 07, right after he was signed to the Indians, and then came back and pitched a season with Oakland.
After 8 innings, the Orioles trail by 1 run. Next at the plate, Manny Ramirez. It's the last inning, and it's still anybody's ball game. Pitch misses for a ball. Hit the other way out to right. Base hit.
Oh.
He didn't fool anybody with that pitch.
He didn't make much of an effort
Pitch
there.
and he just rips it to the outfield.
How are the Baltimore's doing this season?
No balls in one
They're in
strike.
last place, just like
Oh.
last year.
Yeah,
How's
they
David
don't care.
Rattler doing?
Takes a pitch high.
David Rattler.
Gathers it in with his glove. They turn 2.
Cut that double play as smooth as silk, just like they practice it, big boy.
The Orioles have a left-hander and a right-hander getting loose in the bullpen. Mahomes makes his way to the plate. He may have been injured.
No!
Let's hope it's not too severe.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's a season ender.
Bruised ankle might not be bad, but I need all the help I can get.
At Mahomes.
Got a 19-year-old playing outfield now.
Hey, at least some good experience.
Oh, that's right. He still has to hit.
Oh yeah, the at-bat's not over yet.
He started to swing but managed to stop.
The batter got the benefit of the doubt.
Sends one into the upper deck.
Pitch taken for a ball.
Doinks it off the Babe Ruth statue.
This is supposed to be Mike Lowell's replacement.
Oh,
Did you-
long throw.
Did you draft this guy?
Yeah.
Got this guy.
Going into the bottom
I
of
don't
the
remember
ninth,
if it was you or the year
Baltimore trails by one.
before. Because he was like 18 years old right out of the gate. Why would you pinch hit for Orville?
Orville Reedy?
Done.
Wow. He's hit 2 home runs. Oh, he's batting .406. That's why.
This is a good move, Kite, because right-handed hitters have
406 is not bad.
speed pitches from right-handed pitchers.
Pete Benson-esque.
I'd just rather face David Rattler. Oh, so there's a guy in their order named Bloomquist, and that reminded me there was a kid, like 5 years old or whatever, at the Tulsa shootout, and his name was Kinzer Bloomquist.
This.
Kinzer Bloomquist? So after Steve Kinzer.
Batter could not
Yes, and his last name is Bloomquist, like Scott Bloomquist, although I'm sure that's just his name.
Down he goes on strikes.
What do you think his middle name is?
Hey, the
Craig.
pitcher wins the battle.
Mark Martin?
Pitch to get the K.
Probably Mark Kinzer.
Oh yeah.
Success. Valvoline. His middle name is Valvoline.
I can't believe Mark Kinzer gave up a World of Outlaws championship to run one truck series race. It might be the stupidest thing since Steve Kinzer tried to run NASCAR.
With 10 home runs and 62 runs batted in.
Oh, Mark Kinzer tried to run 3 races and failed to qualify for all of them in the trucks.
He reaches with a single.
Almost made a great diving.
Causing him to miss 5 races and lose the championship.
Partner, this would be a great time to
Oh no, Keith Folk.
Go.
Takes low.
Wow, that wasn't even close. Batter wisely took that pitch for a ball.
There's a close
Wow, that looked like a meatball.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter
Spaghetti and meatball?
exactly what you saw right there.
Lemon tuna
Meatball,
fish?
meatball, spaghetti underneath.
And now it's a full
Ooh.
count.
Spaghetti and meatball.
He's trying to chase him down.
Gotta throw a strike.
Oh. Oh no.
Another
Oh, God.
gapper.
Single.
That's a good job.
Oh, Folk's not on it today.
Coach, you pitched me the last 6 games.
Give me a break. No!
I have more innings pitched than Pedro.
Stepping in one.
Hey, it's
Willie
Bloomquist.
Bloomquist.
Yeah.
Willie Mays and Bloomquist.
Bloomin' Onion.
Ooh, I could go for bloomin' onion. Bloomin' onion is just a giant like plate of French fries.
He tries the
Thank you.
push bunt.
Oh,
Got him at first
Except
base.
oniony.
That was a pretty good bump. The pitcher got off the bat in good shape to throw him out.
Well, that was probably a good play, actually.
yeah, because it puts the winning run at second.
This is frightening.
Like lightning.
No balls and 1 strike.
Okay, what a great way to end the game if you're on the
Oh, Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. They won a game.
Holy fucking
Have
shit.
won 2 straight games.
That was intense.
Dempster is the winner.
Great win for the Sox. Great pitching by Keith Folk.
And on the Neeson Red Sox postgame show, the analysts are saying these folks should get starter money next season.
I love how he's entering his prime at like 37. He's becoming a Wakefield now. Just, I mean, he didn't pitch that great there, but
You gonna put him in the rotation next season?
no, he doesn't have the stamina.
Ah,
46 is a lot better than a lot of other closers, though.
stamina's just a barrier to stop you from achieving your dreams. was a closely contested contest that went wild after the 5th inning.
Yes. It was like 2-0, and then just boom.
You know what, Tony?
Scored all of your runs in the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Perez isn't going to win the Cy Young now.
Oh.
It's fine. Keith Fulton.
No, Tony, I'm just going to say it. I'm very happy that you got the win.
Thank you.
And now I'm going to take myself to bed. Thank you for the stream.
Yes, great.
Great dog.
18th place finish.
Yeah, thanks. Not too good.
User disconnected from your channel.
Later.
2 days.
That's fine. I can live with that shit.
Now, does that day count today, or...
It'll count today, so he'll be out 1 day after I hit advance next day.
Oh, so he's only going to miss, like, a game.
It was only a bruised something. And I have Johnny Damon, so it's no big deal, really.
And does it really matter? In the grand scheme of things?
No. Damon's having a horrible year, but he's capable of
I
bouncing
think it was
back.
2010 that he was with the Indians for, like, a month, and then... Yeah.
Yeah. He was my leadoff guy until this year, and he just wasn't playing well, so now we got Dirksen in there.
Now the fun part with baseball is that there's a lot of coming and going with players compared to, like, football. Football, you got who you got, but baseball, it's like... he was with the club for a month or two, and then faded, and then he came back, and then was gone. Like, remember that time the Indians had Marlon Byrd for, like, the month of April in 2016?
I think we had Marlon Byrd for a month, too.
And he got a PED suspension and pretty much just kind of got suspended right into retirement.
That makes it kind of hard.
Yeah, 60 games at 38 or whatever.
Yeah, it's not good.
The baseball subreddit casted 632 Hall of Fame ballots of their own and elected nobody.
Are you serious?
Barry Bonds had the highest at 70%.
That's brutal. It should have been last year when they did Harold Baines. Like, you're going to put Harold Baines in, but then this year you're going to do nothing?
There were 135 unique ballot submissions. The most common ballot had 9 total submissions, and it was Curt Schilling only.
That's terrible. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. It just should be illegal. And I know you agree with me.
What, just pick Curt Schilling?
Yeah, you should have a list of people to pick from, and then even if you hate them, just pick people.
Well, you should pick who you deserve belongs in the Hall of Fame, but the problem is the empty ballots are just such a waste.
They are.
Because, like, somebody on this list deserves to get in the Hall of Fame, and it's Curt Schilling. Fortunately, people just can't seem to get past their opinions, which, although correct on Curt Schilling that he's a doofus, doesn't mean he wasn't a bad baseball player, and this is the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's not the Personality Hall of Fame or the Nice Opinions Hall of Fame. If you're not going to put Curt Schilling in, you might as well just retroactively yank Ty Cobb out. Not saying Curt Schilling is as good as Ty Cobb ever was, but yeah.
No. The whole Ty Cobb argument's just so insane to even think about.
Good sports. Athletes your kids can look up to. I'll give you one guess who's on the cover of this book I'm looking at.
Ty Cobb.
Mark McGuire.
2001?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Wow.
Peak steroid era.
I feel kind of bad for him. You can tell he's, like, struggling with it. Barry Bonds, I just don't think cares.
He's doing his own thing now.
Yeah, he's not worried about his legacy.
Oh, Phil Hughes retires.
Oh. He had a pretty good career.
Remember when he came up with the Yankees? He was pretty good.
Him and Jabba Chamberlain.
Yeah.
There There was some other guy too. I forget his name.
What year?
It's like '06, I think.
They came up with the Yankees?
Yeah, around that time. It was another pitcher.
In Meng Wong?
No,
Mariano Rivera?
you're not even trying.
Roger Clemens?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, Jabba Chamberlain, a .38 ERA, 24 innings in 2007. Then he went to Jacobs Field and got bit by some bugs. Very sad.
I'll still never forget that Yankee Stadium series at the beginning of the second Yankee Stadium. The Chin Ming Wang game.
Where the Indians beat them 22-3 or something.
That was brutal.
That was a national game. Joe Buck had to call that.
I watched the whole thing. For whatever
times.
reason, that's the most vivid game I've ever seen. I remember so much from that one game.
I think the only game that I really remember every single pitch was the World Series Game 7,
Which one?
the one we lost.
Oh, because you probably watched it more than once.
I haven't sat down and watched the whole thing over again, but I've looked at the highlights, and then I see Rajay Davis hit one, and I close out of the window and
And you grab the nearest phone booth.
send it into outer space. Oh, we got another ballot 3 hours ago. Picked Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens. This is an actual ballot. Todd Helton, Jeff